Okay. Alfino on the Royal Promenade. Wait. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent request for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I feel obliged to attend. The alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we?
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Brave's intervention.
Da has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alfino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
Calm down.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Harshfont and Sir Emeric to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Ilberd, what news? Then the assault has begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandire at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights and thin the Dravonian horde as they descend upon Ishgard. I'll join you as soon as I am able. Papoti, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Selene at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. are the appointed captain of the sellsword contingent. Then welcome. There's no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Javanian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I'm assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present, I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the steps of faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishers are slain. Where do I go? Forces at Providence Point. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. flame boy. What news, adventurer? The reinforcements. Decimated, you say? Devonian devils! Damn their scaly hides! Hold fast to your grief and fury, my lady. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know that what you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Daffodin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, the thrice-damned Witch Ice Heart slipped in the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered into the steps of faith. Should the Javanians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. Hello, Elback! Hello, Elback! It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge. Wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. I should hope that included us as well, yes? The Scions of the Seventh Dawn! We cannot well stand idly while the horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, to do otherwise would go against all that Master Louis has told us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into 2 groups. Ida and I will join the rear guard. Right, if dragons should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray speak with me again when your preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the horde. I trust you're ready then? Good. Come, let us make for the battlefield. Oh, come on. I can't use the duty finder. But withdraw. defend this bridge with your life's blood. Oh, jeez.
Let's finish this now, shall we? I shall make it quick.
How's the barrier strength going down? Fall back now! I can't.
Aoife! To me!
pressed the wrong button. Why is it not letting me? Why is it not letting me sprint?
Coil sting.
Jesus! way too close. The dragons! They are withdrawing! Victory is ours! One of Nidhogg's greatest champions, slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter, I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. Popoti, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my Crystal Braves were not found wanting. Commander Levier Popoti, should your word, you arrive to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet in honor, and I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy. We have indeed achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against the dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us to days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet to seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take this moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilbert back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squad suffer heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. We will see to inform any other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Infilia. Popoti, welcome back. Alphino sent word of the siege, and of course the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Popoti. Thank you. Spell speed, no. Skill speed. You must be weary, Popoti, and now may very well be your only chance to... Antecedent! Messenger from Ul'dah arrived with a missive for you. The royal seal. Curious indeed. Ah, an invitation. On behalf of the Council of Eosian Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nananamo Ul'Namo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ul'dah in honor of Ishgad's recent victory. It would seem we ought to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege. You for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurous contingent, and the Archives for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? But mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgad's return to the Eosian Alliance. We have scarce had the time to mourn Moon Brita, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions. Of course I have descended. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. curious. I have never known Tataru to sigh at such requests. Could aught be amiss? Tataru is conspicuous by her absence. Tataru, I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied. Where is she? There she is. Oh, Popoti, it's you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing really. Well, it's not nothing exactly. It feels like nothing compared to the towering trials that you and the others face every day. And that's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. You always know what to say, Popoti. I'm glad we had this little chat. Ow. Yes, Tataru, you have my undivided attention. I've been hesitant to broach the subject, what with all the recent excitement, but Popoti made me realize there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask you for. I'm not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you certainly have earned the rest. But I suspect that lying abed is far from your intent. You know me too well, Antecedent. There is in fact something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers and the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even Hori Boulder and Coltonet have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need from competent warriors. And so it seems only right too that I should acquire the power to defend myself, and others more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard. Oh my god.
Whoa, hey! That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lalafell. Never seen Mr. Tartar so determined. Has aught befell with which one is to help his ascendant?
Not at present, thank you. Was there something you would ask of me?
Oh yes, pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol, and I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer, of the capable kind of course, be assigned to our party.
Very well, I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able.
My thanks, Antecedents. I take my leave of you.
There's 2 quests. Power to defend oneself. Tataru has ever been full of surprises. Now that I think on it, I do recall Urian J mentioning she had developed an interest in Arcanima. Mayhaps she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa. Yes, that will be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I am sorry to say that I have yet been able to do so. Now I realize you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath a woman of your talents. But I have no one else to turn to at the present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter? Generous to a fault. I thank you, Popoti. Now it seems only fair that I explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eosia, taking etheric readings that we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure our employees' safety, so we asked the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. Hoary Boulder and Coltene were to act as 2 such escorts, as was the 3rd adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. You truly are a pillar of strength, Popoti. Hoary Boulder will share with you the details of your task. He should be waiting for you outside. Be safe.
Ah, Popoti, is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand? Huzzah! What did I tell you, Coltene? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the warrior of light herself. Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom will take a different route? True, but our mission is the same. Separated by moms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together. If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to think them. To more practical concerns, Popoti, we would have you attend to the scholar charged with surveying the South Shroud. He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate location to take his readings. In spirit, Popoti, in spirit we shall be together every step of the way. At last, the science woman deigns to grace me with her presence. A pity we have no time for pleasantries. Our first destination is the Samha. Come, we are late enough as it is. Ow. Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain that my work can suffer no interruptions. Then please, stand at an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. Okay, give me just a moment. I see we have both completed our respective tasks. A satisfactory outcome. Though if I could make one suggestion, you might try to dispatch your foes most quietly in the future. Do not like to pick faults, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. Now then, snake multiweights, shall we? Right about here, yes. As before, I would ask that you keep an eye out for dangerous beasts as I work. Fascinating. These readings are not at all what I expected. Though perhaps that should come as no surprise. I am not given to superstition, but there's a queer, almost blasphemous air hereabouts. Let us quit this place and return to Roots Lake. We have one more site to survey. As before, my guardian, pray lead me to my task and ensure our safety. The data should prove invaluable to... Ye gods, what is that stench? Did you slaughter a creep of adamantoises while my back was turned? Quickly now, to keep tranquil. Will not have my clothing reeking of blood and awful. This man is not... has no gratitude whatsoever. You chose to paddle in the Ichor a while longer, I take it. No matter, I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a cursory analysis of my data. It would appear that there has been a miserable decrease in Eosia's ambient ether concentration since the calamity. However, this data is far from conclusive. I must take additional measurements to confirm my assessment. For our next survey, I would have you escort me to Earth's font. The ambient ether concentrations there are so high that crystalline structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. That was rhetorical. Now come along. Come on. You should be more than familiar with the procedure by now. Pray find a suitable position from which to keep watch while I take measurements. Yes, quite high. Still markedly lower than the historical measurements taken near the end of the 6th astral era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference? Or is there something else? Something else. Something else. Scion! Scion, come here! I need you! Well, shit. Fear not, my friends. Help has arrived! There you are, Papoti. Hori and I were worried when you and your charge failed to return at the appointed hour. Gutted like a hog, but not by one, no. Those wounds were made with a blade. Don't look like he punched much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or shield. I've heard nothing of any crifts or brave operations in this area. What cause had Wildred to come here? What should we do? We will see to the Scar's protection, Propoti. Aye, and the boy's remains. You should return to the Rising Stones. The antecedent will want to know what happened here. And so do I. Last ticket. Goodbye. Flutters in the wind. I no longer have teleport tickets. Right. Tataru! Papoti, what are you doing here? I didn't mean for her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted. Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? I, Tataru Teru, shall become a great and powerful arcanist. Oh jeez, give me a sec. Okay. And now,
Mistress Thrubrigame's behest, I must go and complete a special training exercise. Until we meet again.
Alright, I will be right back. I'm back. You don't need to panic anymore, Elback.
Greetings, and welcome to the Arcanist Guild. Do you require assistance? So you're acquainted with our newest member? I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but I fear young Tataru may not be ideally suited to the study of Arcanima. Nevertheless, she would not be denied, and goes now to undertake her first trial, a simulated inspection of 3 crates. Simple tasks, I might say, but one all Arcanists are expected to complete. A thought occurs to me. Why not supervise Tataru's training? You are clearly an accomplished adventurer, and given your relationship with the girl, you seem the ideal person to have on hand. Her trial will be conducted at the cliff south of Sephir Gate. You need only observe at the distance. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. I am currently munching on vegetable sticks. If you're gonna drown me while I'm munching on vegetable sticks, I'm gonna be very peeved. What is going on here? Veggie sticks. What the heck? I'm waiting for you to drown me. I'm waiting for it. Our Azure sees the pirate's part, where she met her shining jewel. For to bring the smuggler's plans to naught, came the last whom none could fool. Beat him with the backdraft, get him with the gust, deck him with the downburst, go Carnival, go, go! Oh ho ho, are those crates I spy? And this must be the true test. But we're ready for them, eh, Carbuncle? 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 Come back, Carbuncle! Come back! Well, that was a disaster. I should have known you'd come, Popoti. You needn't say a word. Your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame. Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts. I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others. I will inform Mistress Thrubigram of my intention to withdraw from the guild, or Kanima. Like so much else, it's beyond me. Aw, I was hoping she'd succeed. Yeet what? Should you yeet what? What are you yeeting? What are you eating? You must give context. Back so soon. How fared our fledgling arcanist? No. Then I'm gonna say no, you should not eat it, because I don't know what it is. Abysmally, Mistress Thrubigram. Abysmally, as Popoti will testify. I was wrong to become an arcanist, wrong as usual. I was completely and utterly unqualified, and I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Tataru, if that were true, I would not have permitted you to join in the first place. We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you to gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanima. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon a carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree? You are too kind, Mistress Thrubigram. I could not overcome this challenge. I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged. Aww, I want her to be a little warrior. Let me teach her the ways of the axe. Let me teach Tataru the ways of the axe. Wait, that was the end of the side quest? No. As fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. but I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time away. Wait, I know what I can do. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a little while longer. Wonderful. Then to Costa del Sol we go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it'll pay off.
I know it's a Costa del Sol. The Berserker dude. She's gonna be a little warrior.
Yes, this is it. This is where the man at the drowning once told me to look. There's a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore, one which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are also coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fared rather poorly in battle last time, let us be off. What fortune! I've already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This should only take a moment.
Oh, hello.
Well fought, Papoti, well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come. As for me, I have my prize, a bounty of blood pearls. So named for the reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, they will always come home. It's the sort of power to defend myself and other people, in a way. Right, well, I mustn't keep Flowerman waiting. There's work to be done, and lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the Scions and the Minton markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the Antecedent and tell her she needn't worry about me. Farewell, Popoti, and thank you for everything. This sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again? Okay. Welcome home, Popoti. I gather you found Tataru in Limsa Laminsa? My, it sounds as though she had quite an adventure. While it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate you indulging in my requests. Popoti, you are returned, and you seem troubled. Did the role of escort chafe so? Wilred, dead? Mayhap murdered? By the 12, how can that be? I will send word to Alphino at once. He will want to conduct a full investigation and send word to Wilred's family. Gods, he was just a boy. Who would do this? And why? I don't want either of those. God, there's so many quests in this game. The recent events weigh heavily on our minds. We must needs set them aside for now. We can't come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors in the north to fight in a common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should at least serve to bring our nations closer together. We have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not? We have bested Dravanians and Asians both, Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though they are, were bought at terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies broken on the steps of faith, and before our eyes in this very room, our dear friend Moonbreeder. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is as bitter ashes in my mouth. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Fortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber.
After the big soiree, Popoti, raise a glass for me, eh? Or not? You don't look best pleased, lass. Something on your mind? By the Navigator, Wilred's dead? God damn it! They must have known they'd been rumbled. I mean, sod it. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from, so I had to dig around on the quiet like, and sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the brave coffers, courtesy of Dodo Consortium. Daft name for a business if I ever heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something went right. So I went through the ledgers again and found half a dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. They were all owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short of calling one of his businesses the bloody Bribery Consortium. I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. The gods only know how many men the first and third are taken on Jeji's coin. But now we know some of them are. I wager me right eye they're the ones what did before Wilred. The honest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions. Bound to attract attention he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't. Cause damn me. Still, I don't see what Deji hopes to accomplish. He had a scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing in the wind. No, he's cleverer than this, so we need to be clever too. It's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have me word. And Popoti, mind yourself when you're in Ul'dah, eh? We're heading into a storm, I can smell it. The kind what'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows what. Damn it, take the eighth right.
We've been waiting for you, Popoti. The celebration is due to begin shortly. I had hoped we might make our introductions together, but Mistress Momodi just sent word that you were needed at the quicksand. We will go on ahead, Popoti. Pray join us once matters at the quicksand are resolved.
Give my regards to Momodi and let her know that I will call upon her anon. One Piece is real!
Can we get much higher?
Ow. The One Piece is real!
We need to watch again.
Look at this dumb bird. I love it.
I appreciate you dropping in on such short notice, Popoti. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with a crystal brave by the name of Valiant, aren't you? Former adventurer. Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyways, she came around for a meal not long ago. Before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said the others ended up dragging you into the feast. I was to see you got before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message, I grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food, too. Under other circumstances, I'd have thought those signs of a troubled heart, but something tells me she ain't planning to ask your thoughts on a gentleman caller.
As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and it's all too soon the ghost of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to fill in your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, but see no signs of Halloween. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Kikurin and the buzzing of Syrphids. No approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head only to notice the vial lying at your feet.
Yeah, there's a vial there. Pick it up, you dumbass.
Popoti, is that you? What brings you out this way? Lieutenant Alien. Why, no, I haven't seen her about. Wow, you swear! Had she come this way, I guarantee we'd have crossed paths. I must have passed the spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city and environments on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. I pray return to Huldar, Papoti. If I chance to meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here. Open the damn vial! He's one of the traitors, isn't he?
O Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
They didn't open the goddamn vial. What was in the vial? Give me a second. Okay. I'm gonna have a word with Teledegi. You know, with all this political bullshit that's happening, I'm surprised I can't just go up to Teledegi and smack him in the head. I'm the goddamn warrior of light. What's anyone gonna do? Who's gonna stop me? Oh, I need to show the clouded vial to Momodi. Okay, so we are checking the vial. I'm in it. I'm the dumbass here. I'm the dumbass. It was me! Hit him with egg. I will hit him with so many eggs. Hard-boiled egg, yes.
I reckon you head straight to the feast after meeting with Eliane. What's the matter? No appetite? So she wasn't there, but this was, eh? Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Any road, no use worrying about Eliane. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long. When she does, we'll soon find out what all this was in aid of. Besides, you got more important things to think about. But the vial! Would you believe that while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems Her Grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go on then, go!
You needn't trouble yourself so. Your Grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your Grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light. I am.
Let's have a talk, potato to potato.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now, but I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty Warrior of Light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
She will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required her attention, but it did not sound serious.
Back to the royal promenade to go. you for coming, madame. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith.
Several cutscenes will play in sequence, so recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Oh boy.
It's cutscene time, boys! It's cutscene time! Get ready for a long haul. It's gonna be an hour of cutscenes.
Enter.
Time to have a
Your
talk.
Grace,
Potato to
your guest has
potato.
arrived.
Pray, come in and take your ease.
Tis well that the steps of faith held against the Horde.
And what of the city proper?
We sustained some few losses, but the heart of our nation yet beats with vigor. I am not certain I could say the same had we not received your most generous aid.
An attack on Ishgard is an attack on the realm. We stand together or fall divided.
Such noble words after the fact.
I had hoped to speak in the presence of Her Grace, but it seems she has been delayed. That being the case, now would seem as good a time as any. Honored friends, pray allow me to convey Ishgard's warmest gratitude for your part in the defense of our lands. Tis upon the success of this very alliance that my recommendation to throw open the gates of judgment shall be founded. With the blessing of the Archbishop, it is my hope that Ishgard will soon be reunited with her long-estranged sister nations, and that Eorzea shall once more be as one.
Yay! Took go long enough.
Very well.
Is aught amiss?
Nothing to worry about. I shall return anon.
Why have we not told Alphino about the whole traitor thing? Is Alphino a traitor?
You wished a word, Yu Hase?
Is Yu Hase a traitor? This is mutiny!
You may go.
Your Grace.
You must be curious as to the reason for this private audience. The matter I would discuss, however, will soon make apparent the need for discretion. I intend to abdicate the throne and dissolve the monarchy. You have seen for yourself the storm of turmoil that howls through our streets. The government fails in its responsibilities, and my subjects suffer the consequences of our incompetence. But I will see them suffer no longer. The victory feast shall provide the stage on which I declare the dissolution of the Sultanate. 'Tis mine intent that the ruling class of our golden city should take its place beside the common man in a fair and equitable republic. No more shall this nation bow to the whims of a privileged few.
I have a feeling it'll just get worse.
Yet, that which I propose will entail the tearing up of this city's very foundations. And even Roban, with all his strength and influence, will be hard-pressed to keep his footing on such treacherous ground. Thus would I ask you to lend him a steadying hand. You who have endured the wrath of innumerable foes are the one hero in whom I can place my trust. Will you do this thing for me? I am truly grateful. Much of my dread for the coming days has been quieted.
She's been poisoned.
Teledgy Adeledgy, you fucker!
Your Grace!
Oh, don't act like you don't fucking know.
Her Grace, the Sultana, is dead.
That wasn't a child, Elbeck.
Poison in her wine? You did this!
Spare us your denials. I see no other suspects, and the room has but the one entrance. I hereby accuse you of regicide. Men, arrest this viper.
Sir, barring a few exceptions, we have detained all those with allegiance to the Scions. The Rising Stones is also under our control.
And what do you hope to achieve with this mutiny?
I called it! They were mutinying!
Why, that which we have striven for all along, Commander. The salvation of Eorzea.
What is the meaning of this?
Knights from the homeland. This cannot bode well.
Lord Commander, we have received an urgent message from the Holy See. I am grieved to report that your serpentine foes have resumed their assault. Needless to say, your presence is urgently required. These knights have come to bear you swiftly home to Ishgard.
A surprise attack?
We've had no such word from our men, and the timing is most fortuitous to catch us away from the city.
Most fortuitous indeed.
Lord Commander, we must away.
You have been a most gracious host. I hope that I might one day return the favor. Come, Lucia.
He knows!
Whatever is going on in there?
Ah, the ever-dutiful brass blades. I must apologize, but my dance card is rather full. Another time, perhaps?
Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. You stand accused of committing acts of espionage in service to the Garlean Empire.
Espionage? What in the seven hells are you talking about? Ah, if you're referring to that business with the Ultima weapon, then you must understand, I wasn't myself.
Under interrogation, an Imperial prisoner revealed your involvement in numerous dealings with the enemy. We've also been investigating reports that you are a practitioner of forbidden arts. You'd best come along with us.
You invite me to your party and now you want me to leave? I do so detest receiving mixed signals. Come then. I believe I've lost my appetite for this farce of a celebration.
Am I playing as Thancred? Aw. I thought I was gonna play as Thancred.
You go too far, Lord Adeleji. By what right do you march armed soldiers into a royal banquet and eject state visitors without her grace's consent? You treat the brass blades as your personal army and show contempt for the throne with your every act. Leave us, now.
Is that an order, General? Mayhap you have mistaken me for one of your flames. You will find I am not so slavishly obedient. As you lecture me on personal armies. As for your outrageous claim that I have shown contempt for the throne, let all here observe that it was not I who feasted while an assassin removed its occupant. I expect this is your idea of defending the nation, is it? This and diluting our forces through these distractions in Cartano and Kurthus. I do begin to see how the ranks of the Immortal Flames came to be riddled with Garlean sympathizers. You are plainly unfit for command.
Wait, goddamn you. Your words make no sense. What assassin?
You mean to say you don't know? We caught the vaunted champion of the Scions in her Grace's private chambers, not moments after the deed was done.
No! No, this cannot be!
Save your breath. You will need it to plead your case. You and your entire order are to be tried for this atrocity. Bring in the prisoner!
Just let me at him!
This woman stands accused of poisoning Her Royal Majesty Nanamu Ul Namo and is suspected accessories to the crime. All members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn will be detained for questioning.
This is madness!
What a pity. Who'd have thought your tale would end like this?
Should you demand further proof, a vial with traces of the substance used to poison Her Grace was found upon the assassin's person.
Oh, shit!
How very convenient.
You would speak of convenience? Who persuaded Her Grace to host this celebration? A diversion which presented you and your confederates ample opportunity to commit the crime, and a crowd within which to fade from view. A more convenient occasion I could scarcely imagine.
How dare you! After all we have done for Uldar!
Hold your tongue, witch! I'll not be ensorcelled! I know all about the dark gift that you and your disciples wield. Oh yes, I've observed how you worked upon the minds of the Alliance leaders, bending them to your will. And what of your cordial relationship with Sir Emmerich? For years, Ishgard abjured all contact with the outside world, and now the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights treats you with the familiarity of a childhood friend. I'll tell you what I think. I think this desperate defense of Ishgard was but a ruse to deceive us into dividing our forces. Your next move will be to charm your Kurthan allies into invading our lands. Now that is truly ridiculous.
How do you even think of this stuff?
She cannot be dead. Stand aside, Ilbert. I want to see the Sultana.
Spare yourself the pain, brother. I saw her with my own eyes. For a mercy, the poison took her swiftly. Her handmaiden can attest to that.
The handmaiden's in on it.
This cannot be. Nanamu. No!
Handmaiden's in on it. 100%. I guarantee it.
Plainly, the Royalists can no longer be relied upon to keep our nation safe. And so it falls to the monitorists of the Syndicate to govern Uldar. But should you wish to help us, General, we would be more than happy to entrust the task of planning Her Grace's funeral to you. It seems only right that you should bury your precious Sultana, and we will be glad to be rid of that burden.
What a fucker.
I'll bet you will. You more than any man.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean you had her killed, you black-hearted bastard!
What rot! Though I did have sufficient motive, 'tis true. That young lady caused me no end of grief. She always was a most unwilling puppet. I dare say her grace was grateful that someone thought to cut her strings.
You would mock her, then mock her from hell!
Oh shit. Well, he got what he deserved.
Have you lost your mind, General? It is forbidden to draw steel in the royal chambers, much less slaughter our fellow syndicate members. You're one of them. You've been in league with the Scions all along.
He just saved us from a much worse fate.
You're next, you scheming bastard!
Raban!
Seven hells!
Admiral, we must leave.
Ah!
How unlike you, old friend. I did not expect to take your arm so easily.
Take the Scions into custody. They have conspired to commit regicide. And arrest this traitor as well.
Ilbert, I hope you choke on their coin.
'Tis better than the dirt I've supped on these long years. We can't all abandon Alamigo and become great war heroes as you have. You are not the man you once were, Raban. Since that girl strapped the yoke around your neck, you've become docile. She took the mad bull and cut off his balls, and a bull that cannot rot is fit for naught but slaughter. Shall I tell you who really killed your precious Sultana? It was me.
You die!
shit. You're fine, Elback. I'm just focusing on the scene.
I never doubted you, not for a moment. But there is more to this than I yet understand. Flee this place. Clear your names. Find out who is behind this plot. It is the only way. Now go!
Ah, there you are.
Thancred, where have you been?
Avoiding the fumbling advances of some very persistent admirers. When I realized the celebrations had turned sour, it seemed prudent to slip away and take stock of the situation. 'Twould appear that much of the city is already under tight guard. It occurs to me that expanding the Brass Blade's authority may not have been such a wonderful idea after all.
The success of this plan was contingent upon those thugs having the run of the place. Just how long has this scheme been in motion?
The careful preparations, the maneuvering of forces. I am inclined to agree with the General's insistence that a deeper plot exists here.
So, would I be right in thinking we now have an excuse to pummel as many brass blades as we like?
Unless you plan on pummeling them all, I'm not sure that will greatly aid our cause.
The Sultana's assassination was but one part of the scheme. We too were its targets. And though we did not share poor Nanamo's fate, we are yet hobbled by the charges laid at our door. Where now might we seek refuge?
Where indeed, we may safely assume that our foe is thought to have the Rising Stones watched.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but our choice of destination will matter little if we cannot secure an escape route out of Ul'dah. Happily, I believe I can provide one. Papa Shan once told me about the passages hidden in the walls of the palace. If I recall correctly, the fireplace in Animo's chambers conceals the entrance to a tunnel. It should lead outside the city and allow us to avoid any messy confrontations.
The rest of you go on ahead. I'll handle this lot.
By yourself? I suppose I shall just have to join you.
Crystal Braves too, huh? Now this should be interesting.
Ida! Pabalimo!
We will hold our pursuers here. Hurry, now! Find this tunnel of Thancred's.
Minfilia, we cannot linger.
look what you've done.
Ida, are you all right? There are just too many of them.
I'm fine. I could do this all day. How about you?
Nearing the end of my tether.
This is so stupid. We're the scions of the Seventh Dawn. The ones who stand between this realm and the evil that's trying to destroy it.
And if you think we'll leave the stewardship of Eorzea to the likes of your masters, then you're sorely mistaken.
Sorry I dragged you into this, Papalymo.
'Tis hardly the first time, and I'll be damned if it will be the last. Let them have it, Ida!
I was hoping you'd say that.
Kaboom! Kaboom! There was the earth-shattering kaboom!
I never knew such a watercourse existed beneath Uldar.
The architecture is of the Sildine style, if I'm not mistaken. The ancients plainly foresaw the need for a ready means of escape.
This way!
Well, that didn't take long. It seems these tunnels were not as secret as I'd hoped.
You two, go on ahead. Thancred and I will deal with this.
What do you mean to do?
Only that which is required to ensure that the dawn's light survive to brighten the morrow.
Fear not, antecedent. You haven't seen the last of these fair features.
My friends.
Leave us!
I zipped out of there real fast.
What is the plan, milady? Shall I take the dozen on the left and you the dozen on the right? The odds are not exactly stacked in our favor.
Numbers will count for little when I bring the tunnel down upon their heads. Though I cannot say I relish the thought of being entombed with you for all eternity.
You wound me. I will have you know that many a maid would kill for the chance to spend forever at my side. Now, may I have the last dance? This is going splendidly. Now would be a good time, milady!
"'Tis done.
Forgive me, Mitra.
Farewell, Ophelia.
Heidelin, she speaks to me. No. I must remain behind, but you cannot stay with me. Please, you must go on. You are the warrior of light. You are hope for the Scions and for all the realm. As long as your flame continues to burn, the light of the dawn may ever be relit. You must escape and save Eorzea from those who would plunge it into darkness. "'Tis the only way.
Who's the little guy?
I am glad to see you safe, my friend. What of the others? Damn that man! Teleji played me for a fool! I thought the Crystal Brave's mine till the very moment I felt the blade at my back.
There will be ample time for soul-searching later. For now, we must put some arms between us and Ul'dah.
Who is this guy?
Well, would you look who it is? Need a ride? I doubt it'll be half as exciting as the last trip we took. Not if I have anything to say about it anyway.
Who's this guy? I forget him.
Let's not dawdle, eh? All aboard! was stocking up on supplies over in Vesper Bay, you see, when your sister come up and begged a favour. Said her brother was having some trouble down in Uldar, and likely needed a helping hand getting away. Thinking them ruins would make a fine hiding place, I decided to try there first. And lo and behold, there you were. Aye, and judging by them soldiers as were pouring out of the city, I arrived not a moment too soon. Ha! Must have been fate that we happened to find you there, though, eh?
I had thought to look out for Alize, but would appear she was the one watching over me. I've made such a mess of things.
And who might you be, young sir?
Pippin Terrapin, Vice Marshal of the Immortal Flames.
Ooh, he's a Lalafell!
I had been on the Alamegan front these past few moons, but an urgent communication called me back to Uldar. Scarce had my boots touched the cobbles, though, when the streets erupted with cries of assassination. I immediately went in search of answers, and came across Master Alfino here. Needless to say, I did not think his imprisonment justified. The blame plainly lies with the Monetarists. Their greed and corruption are well known to me, but for them to take advantage of the situation with such alacrity...
Was that Pippin, you said? Ain't that the name of General Alden's lad?
Yes, I am his son. Adopted, of course. It was only as we were leaving Uldar that I learned of father's fate. Once I have seen you a safe distance away, I mean to return to the city and extricate him from this madness.
Then you needn't travel no further than Blackbrush. Our fugitives have a friend waiting for them there.
I dreamed of bringing about Eorzea's salvation, but in the end, 'twas I who needed saving.
Them soldiers will keep searching for you a while yet. Reckon we'll take the carriage back towards Uldar and get the lay of the land. Maybe provide a distraction if need be. You three wait here. Help will be along shortly. Stay strong, friends. The real fight's to come. Alright, let's go. Oh my god! That really was just about an hour of cutscenes, huh? 40 minutes, but... Okay. A lot of shit just happened. Good riddance to Leggy out of Leggy. Good riddance. But everything went to shit. Everything went to shit. I think that's a good time to end the stream. Let's see who we can raid.
No, no hydrates! No! Why would you do this? I'm about to end stream! Oh my god. 6 hydrates. 1. 2. 3. I need a new water bottle. 4. 5. 6. There, you got your hydrates. I'm waiting term. Thanks everyone for watching. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.